Hello YouTube, it's CyberEnd here, and I have just gotten a box of the brand new Duelist pack, the Rivals of the Pharaoh. I got it in first edition literally as soon as it came out today. I'm really excited to open this up. I've never actually seen any lists that include what cards are in there. I know that there are going to be 11 new cards, I just don't know what they are. But either way, I'm actually really looking forward to this. Unlike all the other Duelist packs, most of them have been all based on Yugi's allies and whatnot. Excuse the big knife there, but it's the quickest thing I could get my hands on in the present time. And yeah, this one's actually based on his enemies, so that should be really cool. There we go. Awesome. Let's take a look at what we get inside. Ready. So, Spirit Message A. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. Blast held by Tribute. Dragon Master Knight. Sweet. Yeah, I haven't seen this card in a long time. And an ultra rare Silent Swordsman. Awesome. As usual, I'm just going to split all my rares and my commons. That's a pretty awesome pull for the very first one. I believe that's actually a new guy. Okay, Temple of the Kings. Green Gadgets. Hellpoema. Stronghold the Moving Fortress. And Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Again, another card I haven't seen for a while. At the end of this video, I'll go through all the new cards that I haven't seen before, and I'll read them out. I just want to get them all opened ASAP, really. Okay, Silent Magician level 8. Stronghold the Moving Fortress. Spirit Message I. Dark Magician of Chaos. And Magnet Force, and that's in super rare. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just get these spirit messages out because I'm going to see if I can actually spell final. There we go. I remember back when the Destiny board cards actually came out, everyone was trying to get them to get to play a full set of them, but it was damn near impossible. There we go, Spirit Message L, Yellow Gadgets, Magician level 4, Dragon Master Knight, and another Silent Swordsman. I actually think I accidentally put my... there we go. Let's keep those rares separate. There we go, Spirit Message N, Temple of the Kings, Shining Dragon, Spirit Message A, and Dragon's Mirror. There seems to be an overwhelming amount of support for dragon decks these days. You know, it's I feel a little bit sad that they're getting so much support. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I like playing rogue decks. And yeah, I mean, I'll go into that more in a bit, possibly in a later video, because I've got a few good ideas to getting around the current meta. Okay, so Spirit Message N, Magician level 4, Necroface, Message A, Dragon Shrine. Now, that's a really good card. This one I have seen, I just didn't realize it came from this set. I'll read that out later, so let's pop that over there. And by the way, in case you're wondering how I saw that card before, it's because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, so some of the cards do show up there, but there's no way of really telling which sets they really come from. Silent Swordsman level 5, Dedication to Light and Darkness, Yellow Gadgets, and Fiend Sanctuary, and another Magnet Force. And it seems to be following my the theory I established. If you find a rare second to last, then you're pretty much guaranteed to get a shiny afterwards. I found that out from the previous Duelist pack I opened. Dark Necrophere, Silent Swordsman level 7, Magician level 8, Blast Hellbite Attributes, and Dark Magician of Chaos. I'm getting quite a few of those guys. But then again, he's come off the ban list, so yeah. Dark Necrophere, Green Gadgets, Sangan. I kind of wish this guy would be like unbanned at some point, because at the moment I don't actually see why. Actually, then again, he is kind of really strong in the current game, but still, it'd be nice to have him back. Exchange of the Spirits. Just in case you guys don't know what this one is, because this one was a promo at the last time I saw it, and I think this might be its first ever reprint. It says that if both players have 15 or more cards in their graveyards, pay 1,000 life points, each player swaps the cards in the graveyard with the cards in their deck, and then shuffles their deck, and you can only activate one Exchange for Spirit per duel. That is pretty strong, because at the end of the day, you can think of quite a few strategies to actually deck out your opponent very quickly with this kind of card. But I do believe it's still banned, and probably exactly for that reason. And YZ Dragon, Tank Dragon even. Sweet. I think the XYZ Dragon Cannon type decks need a little bit more support. In fact, Union Monsters need a bit more support. So hopefully they'll be bolstering that up soon. Silent Magician level 8. In fact, let me move this across. There we go. Necroface. Swordsman level 5. Castle of Dragon Souls, and Silver's Cry. Nice, but not nice if you're not into dragons, or if you just don't like them. If you see him every single time you sit down to play the game. A Mystical Beast of Circuit, Spirit Message Eye, Shining Dragon, Green Gadgets, and Dragon Master Knight. There we go. Still can't quite get that Destiny board F. Exchange again. Swordsman level 5. Light and Darkness. N. Dragon Shrine. Sangan, there it is, Destiny board, and the spirit, and that's effectively spirit message F, I suppose. So there we have it. So that's the full Destiny board that we have now collected, and for me, that's the first time I've actually had them all. So that's pretty cool for novel reasons, but I don't know how much play this is going to see. Silent Swordsman level 3, Metal Reflect Slime, and Lullaby of Obedience. That is absolutely awesome. I do remember on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, this card was previewed on their page. It was in Japanese on their page, and I've read the effect online, and it's pretty powerful. Like I said, all the new cards that we haven't seen before in previous sets, at the end of all this opening, I'm going to read through them. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. I love getting super powerful cards like that. It's one of those cards that I think it's going to get limited so quickly. And Spirit Message L, Bill Shining Dragon, Dedication, Circuit, and Metal Reflect Slime. And I do like the idea that they're actually giving us all the cards back, because there's some cards from the previous sets that I really want to get my hands on. Spirit Message A, Shining Dragon, Blast Hellbite Tributes, Temple of the Kings, Fiend Sanctuary. Green Gadgets, Stronghold of Moving Fortress, Spirit Message N, Castle of Dragon Souls, and Dark Sanctuary. In fact, I'm going to put this next to the Spirit board because this is, I believe it was Bakura's card in the anime, and it actually supports the Destiny board. So I'll go through that in a bit, but that is a pretty good pull even. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I actually don't know what the full effect is. All I know is it does support Destiny board, so I'm very curious myself. Who knows, maybe we might be able to see more Destiny board decks, more instant win conditions coming out. Temple of the Kings, another Destiny board F, Stronghold, Silent Magician level 8, and oh, this is absolutely awesome, Thousand Eyes Restrict. I was so tempted to go and buy one of these as soon as it came off the banned list. Now I don't have to, and it's in rare, so potentially there might be a few more of them in there. In my opinion, this is actually potentially very good card. It's obviously come off the ban list now because the current meta means that it's not as good as it was back when it first came out, but it's still pretty awesome. It actually can be a showstopper in some situations. Good to get rid of problem monsters too. That I'm happy with, even if it is just in normal rare. Sangun, Magician level 4, Message L, Red Gadgets, and Dark Magician of Chaos. Okay, so Necroface, Message A, there you go. Light and Darkness, Gadgets, and another Dragon's Mirror. Okay, so Swordsman level 7, Message A, Light and Darkness, Whole Perma, and another Dragon's Shrine. Swordsman level 7, Magician level 8, Circuit, Metal Reflect Slime, and Tribute Burial. This is another one of the new cards. I can't wait to read it at the end of this. The reason why I'm not reading them straight away is because sometimes I feel I can get a bit carried away and I can end up taking way too long. So instead, I'm just going to get through them all, see what we get, give them a read, and yeah, that should be good. Mystical Beast of Kets, Swordsman level 7, Message I, Necroface, and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I didn't mean to sound that annoyed when I pulled another Blue Eyes. I'm just kind of sick and tired of seeing dragons all the time in this game. I suppose I can't complain too much. At the end of the day, I mean, that's the fun of the game. Okay, so Spirit Message I. It's a current meta anyway. Green Gadgets, Sangun, Swordsman level 3, and fantastic, another 1000 Eyes Restrict. Okay, Green Gadgets, Swordsman level 3, Hellpoma, Blast Hellbite Attributes, Dragon Master Knight. Swordsman level 5, Gadgets, Moving Fortress, Swordsman level 7, and YZ Tank Dragon. I wonder where all the other Union monsters from that archetype come from. Well, I wonder if they've been reprinted is what I mean. Okay, so Necroface, Hull Perma, Yellow Gadgets, Dragon's Mirror, and Silent Burning. Ooh, I genuinely have no idea what the card is. Sangan, Dark Necrophere, Destiny Board, Exchange of Spirits, and Castle of Dragon Souls. Magician level 4, Red Gadgets, Swordsman level 5, Swordsman level 3, and another Castle of Dragon Souls. Like I said, there's an incredible amount of support for dragons at the moment. Which, at least on the bright side, you know, with dragons you can actually make them, you know, into a slightly roguish build, because you don't necessarily have to go full Blue Eyes. There's loads of different ways you can play that. But yeah, okay. I'm slowly convincing myself not to be so skeptical. Silent Swordsman level 5, Message N, Magician level 4, and Fiend Sanctuary. Let me just sort out the Spirit Board, which is starting to get all over the place. I think the reason why I'm still stacking these is because I want to see how many Spirit Boards I can potentially create. I mean, I already know that I can at least have 3 copies of each of the cards, apart from the Dark Sanctuary, if I decided to make a deck. But I'm just curious, just want to see what happens. Cool, next one. So we got Silent Swordsman level 3, Dark Necrophere, Magician level 8, Dragon's Mirror, and Tribute Burial. Alrighty, Dark Necrophere, Green Gadgets, Blast held by a Tribute, Dragon's Shrine, and Neutron Blast. That is Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's signature attack. Interesting to see that in card form. Definitely going to give that a read after I finish opening these packs. And don't worry, there's only 3 left. 3 more remaining after this one. So Helperma, Temple of the Kings, Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, Message L, and Dark Magician of Chaos. Okay. Helperma, Shining Dragon, Yellow Gadgets, Destiny Board F, Dark Magician of Chaos. I'm definitely not running out of Dark Magician of Chaos anytime soon. I've gotten so many from the last 2 openings that I've actually done. And Silent Swordsman level 7, Light and Darkness, Red Gadgets, Silent Magician level 4, and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Given that he's now in rare, I'm actually starting to wonder, because I'm thinking he's probably not as relevant anymore. I know that I pulled the latest fusion for Blue Eyes. I think it's Neo Ultimate Dragon. He is way better, to be honest. And then Blast held by a Tribute, Circuit, Silent Swordsman level 3, Exchange of the Spirits, YZ Tank Dragon. Of the XYZ Dragon Cannon cards, I seem to just only pulling those. I wonder if that's the only one they actually have in this set. Okay, this is the very final pack, and then I'll move on to reading out the cards that are brand new. So we've got Exchange of the Spirits, Swordsman level 5, Dedication to Light and Darkness, Message N, there you go, and Dragon Shrine. Okay, so I'm going to cut the video now, and then what I'm going to do is when we pop back, I'll just have the cards which are brand new, and we'll go through those. Alright, see you soon. I am back, and this time I've sorted out all the cards from the Duelist pack. I've got in front of me just the ones which are brand new. Now, I count only 10 cards. It does state that there should be 11 brand new cards, so obviously I haven't gotten one. I don't actually know what it is, because currently on the wiki it doesn't say, and also on the official Yu-Gi-Oh site it doesn't include exactly what those cards are. It only mentions a few. So anyway, let's kick this off with the only monster that we've gotten, well, only brand new monster that we've gotten, and that is Silent Swordsman. Okay, so it says it cannot be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned from your hand by attributing one warrior type monster, and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Once per turn during the standby phase, this card gains 500 attack. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can negate the activation if this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is in its owner's control, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect. You can special summon one Silent Swordsman monster from your hand or deck except Silent Swordsman, ignoring its summoning conditions. So that's going to be your leveled Silent Swordsman that it can special summon. So that gives a bit more support to that particular small archetype. But yeah, it sounds good for the sake of actual effects and a spell card negation. Which to me is still pretty good. I mean, it's a level 4 at 1000 attack that gains an extra 500, so it's not bad for a level 4. I mean, that's pretty much what, the sort of the basic stats that you hope to expect, really. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It actually looks pretty awesome in the artwork as well, I do have to say. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so onto the card that I was actually quite excited about, and that's Lullaby of Obedience. So you pay 2,000 life points, then declare one monster card name your opponent, and then your opponent looks at their deck, reveals one of the declared monsters, if there is any, and apply one of these effects. Either they have to add it to the hand of the player who activated this card, or the player who activated this card special summons it to the field in attack position, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now, the reason why I was so excited about this is it can be used in two different ways, at least that I can think of, possibly more. So firstly, if you're playing a mirror match, so let's say you got a Dark Magician deck and you're up against a Dark Magician deck and you need a Dark Magician, you can basically just say, I want a Dark Magician, or a Magician of Dark Illusions, and they have to choose whether it gets summoned to your field in attack position or gets added to your hand. And either way, that gives you a bit of an advantage, and it might slow them down. But conversely, if they're playing a card that, a monster card that they can only have one of due to restrictions, you can take that away from them, and essentially stop them from bringing out that monster, or you could use it against them yourself. There's some monsters you don't want to do that with. I mean, you certainly don't want to have them summon out a lava golem onto your field, but then you wouldn't ask for that either. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty awesome. I want to see what happens with this card, because I think if you're playing mirror matches, this is definitely a card to side deck. I probably wouldn't main deck it, definitely side deck, because at the end of the day, you don't exactly know what you're up against until that first duel has been played, and then you can make a decision. Or you can just say, right, I know exactly what they're going to be playing, let me just pull this one out. Okay, so Neutron Blast, as I mentioned, it's Ultimate Dragon's attack. Target one fusion monster, fusion summoned Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon you control. This turn, it can make a second and third attack during the battle phase. Also, when it attacks, your opponent's your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated till the end of the damage step. So, wow, okay, so Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon attacks 3 times, and as we know, that's got 4,500 attack as it is. So it can attack 3 times in a row. It's probably gonna wipe your board at that point, and then you can't activate effects against it, so that thing is just gonna keep attacking. That is pretty strong for a pretty strong monster. And of course, nowadays people might not be playing Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but they might want to if they want to play Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. So it might be one of those cards, you play it, and then once you're done, you bring out your Shining Dragon. Okay, and then now we got Dark Sanctuary. So if there's a spirit message card, so if a spirit message card would be placed on your field with Destiny Board, you can special summon it as a normal monster, fiend type, dark, level 1, 0 attack and 0 defense instead. And if you do, it is unaffected by card effects except Destiny Board. And cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, toss a coin, and if the result is heads, negate the attack. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the current attack of the monster that your opponent controls. That's actually a lot stronger than I thought it would be, because I knew it was going to help protect the Destiny Board cards. I just didn't know that it was actually going to be that useful. So what it's going to do is basically bring out your Destiny Boards onto the field, so then you can still utilize your spell in trap zones, which is really going to be critical to your play. And then your spirit board monsters cannot be attacked or selected for card effects, which means that they're instantly protected. And aside from that, each time your opponent attacks, you can potentially negate that attack and inflict damage to their life points. So that's actually not a bad card. It's definitely not as bad as what I was thinking. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think some people are probably going to play this, even if they're not going for full Destiny Board. It's gonna help protect your life points, and passively you can inflict damage to your opponent's life points too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, so it's not a bad card to pull at all. And I mean, from my perspective, you know, a Destiny Board deck would be pretty rogue too. So it's, you know, it's definitely not in line with all the main archetypes. Not to say you couldn't make it work. Silver's Cry. So target one dragon type normal monster in your graveyard and special summon the target. You can only activate one Silver's Cry per turn, and it's a quick play as well, so you can activate this during the battle step. And I like that it doesn't specify that it has to be Blue Eyes, even though you can see Blue Eyes in the picture. It can be any dragon type normal monster, so this can apply to Red Eyes as well, which I'm pretty sure a lot of Red Eyes players are probably going to stick this card in their deck because it's actually pretty good. Okay, so then we got Tribute Burial. Managed to get 2 of those. So you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. Once during this turn, you can conduct a tribute summon that requires 2 tributes by banishing 1 monster from each graveyard instead of tributing. It is still treated as a tribute summon. So straight away, I can think of Monarchs using that. But then again, any deck that requires tributes will probably be able to use that. I am not going to be playing any decks that are required. Well, actually, no, there is one. The dinosaur deck that I'm building, I've decided to stick to that dinosaur deck and definitely build it. That will have 3 copies of Black Tyranno in it, which I know not everyone likes the card, but hey, I do. And that could be pretty useful as well. And then, of course, we got Silent Burning. So, during the battle phase, if you control a Silent Magician monster and have more cards in your hand than your opponent, each player draws cards until they have 6 cards in the hand. So you could even have just 1 card and they have none. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add 1 Silent Magician monster from your deck to your hand. So that's actually quite a bit of Silent Magician support in 1 card. And again, it's a quick play spell, so lots of utility there. And I can imagine if you are playing Silent Magician and you're going for the full Yu-Gi-Oh experience, and you've actually got like a Slifer on your side of the field, that 6 cards straight away is going to be pretty awesome. So wow, yeah. I wonder if that's going to get limited or not, but if it doesn't, if you're going to run Silent Magicians, run 3 of them. I mean, that looks pretty awesome. Okay, next one, Magnet Force. So this turn, all monsters on the field whose original types are machine or rock are unaffected by opponent's monster effects except their own. Okay, this is actually pretty good, because so far in my machine, well, it's my Machina deck, or Machina deck, depending on how you want to pronounce it. The card I've been using to negate effects has been Fiendish Chain, which is not a bad card at all. But this is actually kind of good because you know, it gives you that one turn, you know, effect, or not negation, but prevention. So on the bright side, the whole benefit of this card is that it doesn't target. And there's plenty of cards which, if you target them, they're going to negate that effect. I mean, Blue Eyes Alternate Dragon, you activate Fiendish Chain, and it can just negate it. Is it Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon? I'm pretty. Well, it's one of the Blue Eyes cards. Either way, it's really annoying to come across. You whack any card open, it just negates it, which is such a pain in the backside. But with this card, it doesn't target. It just says that they're unaffected, full stop. It doesn't matter what your opponent's effect monsters are. So that I actually do like, and I think I'm actually going to try it out in my Machina deck. Yeah, I don't have any problem with that at all. Okay, so on to the next one. So we got Dragon Shrine, and I managed to pick up quite a few of these actually. So send one dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then if that monster is in your graveyard, so if that monster in your graveyard is a dragon type normal monster, you can send one more dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only activate one Dragon Shrine per turn. So straight away we know that this is going to be Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. I don't know if there's any other dragon archetypes that are really going to use that. You know, I wish they were, because that'll add a bit more flavor to it. But yeah, that could be pretty useful. I mean, potentially, if you really want to think out of the box, maybe you could use this with Cursed Dragon in a Gaia deck. Although, I don't know, maybe you probably want to be doing something else with that. But still, that's pretty cool, because with the current Blue Eyes decks, they really utilize monsters in the graveyard quite a lot, which is quite annoying, because when you think you've destroyed something, it just comes back. And lastly, the 10th card which I've got is Castle of Dragon Souls. So once per turn, you can banish one dragon-type monster from your graveyard, then target one monster you control. It gains 700 attack until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. So even if this card leaves the field, when this card on the field is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished dragon-type monsters, special summon the target. You can control one Castle of Dragon Souls. So that's got two effects in one. So, you know, you're going to be summoning your dragons, increasing their attack power. And then if they get removed from play, which, you know, that's one of the very first things I tried to do against the Blue Eyes deck. I figured, okay, they're going to be utilizing a lot of graveyard control. Banish, banish, banish. Oh, wait, Castle of Dragon Souls is just come back again. Very annoying card to play against. If you got cards like Chain Dispel, or, you know, something that gets rid of all trap cards of the same name, this is a good target to take it out, and that's exactly what I've been using cards like Change Dispel against. But aside from that, though, if you are playing a dragon deck, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I can see you playing multiples of that particular card. So yeah, that's all the cards that I've gotten. So all the brand new cards I've gotten. There's still one more card. I really want to know what that card is. If any of you guys know, please let me know what it is, because I'm very curious. I'm kind of sad not to have gotten every single card, but at least I got 10 out of 11. That's not a bad pack at all. I also just want to say I don't have anything massively against people who play Blue Eyes. It's not the people at all. It's just the fact that it comes up so often. And again, that will change in future, because with this game, you know, it always changes, and that's something I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! And also, it's never a bad thing to have something that comes up that often, because, hey, you know what's coming. You can build a deck against it, and I love building counter decks or anti-meta decks. I will be bringing up a video soon, and I will review my face too, because I realize I haven't done that. I mean, what's that about? But otherwise, yeah, I'll be bringing out a few videos about anti-meta decks, because, like I said, that's what I like doing. I don't do meta at all. I've never been that kind of player. Literally, even all the way back in the day when we had Invasion of Chaos, and almost constantly up against Chaos Emperor Dragon. I just found ways to go against it, and I'll talk through what I did against Chaos Emperor Dragon in a much later video. In case Chaos Emperor Dragon ever comes back, I don't know what the case is, but hey, I thought Thousand Eyes Restrict was going to be permabanned, and it's back now. So eventually, Chaos Emperor Dragon might actually come back, and if it does, we're gonna have to be prepared, aren't we? Right, but that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you have any comments or would like to tell me what that additional card was that I don't have today, drop a comment down at the bottom. And aside from that, subscribe. I'll definitely be bringing you more videos. I've got a new set on the way in the next couple of months, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been CyberEnd. Have a great day.